DC, you out on a school night. I see you. Give yourselves a round of applause. Yes. So I'm seeing some familiar faces, some new faces. So I'm curious, make some noise if you've come out to Pun DMV before. All right. See, it wasn't that bad. They came back. All right, make some noise if you're new to the Pun DMV family. Awesome. Well, now fight. No, everyone's welcome. So excited to see you here. I love being here at the DC Improv. I've lived in the DC area for over 15 years, which makes me, thank you. You should always applaud me. Oh my God, so smart. This makes me kind of an old timer by white transplant standards, you know? Like, I was here before the Target in Columbia Heights. And though I did relocate during the pandemic, I moved out to the burbs. Yes, you're right not to cheer that. Okay, no, don't. No, this one time you were wrong to cheer me. The only time. Yeah, the worst part is I had to get a car, which is a bummer because I am a bad driver. Anyone else a bad driver? So yeah, own it. I mean, we should probably learn for everyone's safety. Some might argue, but I'm not that bad. Just like if I'm switching, let's say I'm checking my blind spot, I'm definitely drifting into that lane, Just like cute stuff like that. I'm pretty honest about being a bad driver, I'll tell a basement full of randos about it on a Wednesday, But people love to give me the benefit of the doubt. I always hear that. I tell people, hey, I'm not a good driver, and they're like, you know what, Dana, I bet you're fine. What you gotta learn is look out for the other guy. You heard this? Look out for the other guy. I'm like, no, team, I'm the other guy. Someone's got to be the other guy. See, I don't know what I'm doing out there. There are some silver linings to being a bad driver, though, actually. The best is I don't get road rage because I don't judge anyone else's driving. So it's actually kind of amazing. Like, I'll be driving with, say, my husband. Someone cuts us off. Oh, my God, I get so angry. He's like, these assholes think they're so important that their time matters more than mine. And I'm like, counterpoint, maybe they're just very incompetent. I guarantee if I'm driving and I cut you off, the only message I'm trying to send you is like, whoops, didn't see you there, friend. Like, that's the energy I'm bringing to that moment. In related news, I have no sense of direction. So I am very reliant on the GPS, I use it for everything. But sometimes the GPS does some kind of crazy stuff, right? Like it sets you up to fail. The other day, I set the GPS, I'm tired, I just want to go home. I'm more than a mile from my house. Obviously, I have no idea where I am, okay? It's a nightmare. I just turn it on for a little help, and she goes, head southeast. I'm like, bitch, we both know. I have no idea what that means. It's like bullying's a problem. It's not just in schools, Even with the GPS, I get lost constantly. So one time I just kept missing a turn, keeps recalculating, right? Keep missing a turn, keeps recalculating. Eventually, she got so mad, she told me to turn left off a bridge. I was scared. I had to change the voice. And ladies, if you haven't changed your GPS voice to a man voice, highly recommend, because you can get out all your rage at men with zero consequences. He's like, turn left ahead. I'm like, stop mansplaining this shit to me, Jerry. I know where I live. So patronizing, God. And then he's like, recalculating. I'm like, that's right, you work for me. I'm the boss here. Gotta find your joy, I should let you know, I am actually expecting. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, to not have a baby because I still have my IUD in. Thank you. I like when the IUD gets more applause than the baby. I guess I agree with you. Yeah, but my husband and I have been thinking about having like a human child, a little sibling for our pug lately. And we're considering adoption. And when I say that, people have been so nice. They're like, Dana, you're such a hero, that's so altruistic, which like, I am and it is, but also, the real reason, I'm just looking at myself and my husband and I'm like, babe, our genes aren't that good. Like, I love us. But, I mean, this kid hasn't been conceived yet. I'm already like, sorry about the metabolism, kiddo. You'll be smart and funny, though, because you have to be. The world is harsh to our kind. I went to an OBGYN to talk about fertility stuff. So I'm filling out the paperwork, right? And it asked, one of the questions it asked is, are you sexually active? Have you had penetrative intercourse? And I don't want to get too blue here on a Wednesday, but I've been known to have the occasional intercourse with my husband of several years, okay? Like on his birthday or whatever. So I answer that accurately. I would say the appointment really peaked there. Really went downhill quickly. First of all, they're trying to make small talk with me, right? OBGYN comes in. She's like, you know, Dana, I feel like everyone's either talking to me about birth control or having a baby today. It's like, don't you feel like that every goddamn day? Because your job is OBGYN? It's like a therapist being like, man, everyone's got complaints on Wednesdays, huh? Whining to me about it. So then she's going over my chart, and she just skims it, so she misreads something. So she says, it says here you've never had penetrative intercourse, which, as you'll recall, humble brag, is not accurate, okay? I was so shocked by this. I had the worst possible response. So she goes, so it says here you've never had penetrative intercourse. And I said, what? No, I've had too much. Which is definitely what you'd say if you had never had sex ever. I just didn't really know what it was. I'm just like, no, you know how it is. Penetration station, dicks on deck. It's hard to stop all the intercourse just to make it to this appointment. You know, girl. See, I have a lot of doctor friends. Yeah, doctors, they're heroes and stuff, but are they also? Okay, so this doctor the other day told me, he was like, I don't know how to break this to you, Dana, but I think you've pre-diabetes. I'm like, yeah, dude, because I don't have diabetes yet. You're either pre-diabetes or you're diabetes. I'm also pre-dead. What are we doing? It's so weird. Doesn't know how to deliver good news, man. I'd hate to get bad news from that guy, I'll tell you that. Who here, make some noise if you gained at least 15 pounds during the pandemic? Yeah, my people. If you didn't cheer, it's I want us to be friends. We just don't have that much in common. I mean, some of my best friends are thin. Some, they're great. You know, they're really, they exist and I love them. It's just thin people, you can love them, you can never truly know them. You know what I'm saying? But they're great. Anyways, I don't like when they run things generally, particularly restaurants. Has anyone been to Milk Bar down at City Center? Yeah, super popular place. Lines around the block on the weekends and when it opens. So Milk Bar, for those who don't know, it's a dessert place. It's by this thin blonde lady named Christina Tosi, which if you watch MasterChef Junior, which I do, because I know how to party, okay? She's one of the judges on there. Side note, do you know 8-year-olds will just make you gourmet meals? I'm gonna get my IUD out. Another side note, I love those shows. They're always oh, the stakes couldn't be higher. I'm like, you could kill the loser. I have so many ideas. Why don't they call me to brainstorm? But anyway, so this thin blonde lady starts this dessert place, extremely popular. The entire premise of this place is desserts inspired by cereal milk. Yeah, she's like, no, it's really decadent to me, the milk left over after cereal. That is some skinny bitch nonsense. No, it's decadent, Christina Tosi. Butter, Jesus Christ. She's like, eat my desserts, I don't. What is that? I was having dinner with a thin friend, because I have them and they exist, and she was giving me some unsolicited dieting advice, which, on behalf of all fat people, we love it. Keep it coming. Just want to hear the hot takes from someone who's never been fat. Just let me know. And so she did. She's like, Dana, know what's, apropos of nothing, know what's a really good snack for weight loss? And I'm like, I I know you're gonna keep talking. So let's just get this over with. Just like tell me your story, whatever. And she's like, just count and eat like 10 nuts. It is very filling. Just eat 10 nuts. And I'm like, okay, there's so much wrong with what you've said. It's hard to know where to begin. For one thing, nuts are a very fatty food. There's a lot of fat in nuts. So if your goal is just weight loss, that's actually not your most strategic snack. And she's like, but Dana, they're a complex fat. And I was like, well, so the hell am I. All right, you guys ready for some puns?